Having the late President Sadat honored with a Congressional Gold Medal will further reinforce that the message of belief and hope that the vision of a Middle East not beset by war, but rather with tolerance and peace is still possible and urgently needed. Perhaps to summarize the virtues of the late President Sadat, it is worthwhile to quote the late President Reagan when he said this: "In the recent past, there have been few foreign leaders who have truly captured the hearts of the American people. Anwar Sadat is one of those rare exceptions." Historians often argue about whether events are shaped by people or people by events. There is little doubt that the man we honor this evening, President Reagan continued in saying, is an individual who shaped history.
What was it that made it such a solid resolution? In my humble opinion, it was Anwar Sadat's remarkable courage and sensitivity. Sadat's surprise visit to Israel, including his historical address at the Knesset, provided the anxiety-stricken Israeli public with a much-needed psychological breakthrough. With one human gesture, he was able to effectively break decades of hostility and animosity. Diplomacy at its best.
When President Sadat made his courageous decision that peace is better than war, the founder of our company, the late Dov Lautman, decided that just a signature on a piece of paper is not enough for peace. Peace means cooperation, coexistence, working together. And he did something remarkable. He decided to move a substantial part of the manufacturing capacity of Delta Galil to Egypt.
Ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the obverse design. Designed by the United States Mint chief engraver Joe Mena, who's with us here today, the front of the medal portrays a large dramatic portrait of the third president of Egypt, Mohammed Anwar el-Sadat. The composition is designed for the portrait to be sculpted in a manner of ancient Egyptian relief, with the figure inset to the surface of the medal and is featured sculptured flush with the metal surface. The inscription Anwar el-Sadat is incused along the right border. The back of the medal depicts the Unknown Shoulders Memorial and Anwar el-Sadat's tomb with the inscription, "He lived for peace and died for principles." Anwar el-Sadat, 1918 to 1981. An Act of Congress, 2018.
Thank you, Director Ryder, and your staff for this magnificent design. Before we close this afternoon's program, it is really my special honor to introduce to you the son of Anwar and Jihan Sadat, their son, Gamal Sadat. We are honored that he could be with us this afternoon. Would like to ask him to say a few words. Mr. Sadat.
Gentlemen, it is a great honor to be with you today on behalf of my mother, sisters, and the entire Sadat family. We are all deeply grateful to Senator Hatch, Senator Cardin, Representative Stewart, and Representative Meng for sponsoring the Anwar Sadat Centennial Celebration Act. We equally are grateful to the members of the 115th Congress who co-sponsored their bill. To Ezra Friedlander, Shafiq Gabr, and the entire Sadat Medal Commission, and last but not least, Egypt's Ambassador Yasser Reda. Thank you all for the tremendous effort you have exerted to make this possible. I know many of you expected to see my mother. Believe me, she wishes she could be here. Knowing she wouldn't be here with us today, she requested I share this message. End quote. Dear friends, although I could not be with you, I wanted you to know that I am grateful beyond words to the United States Congress. My family and I are humbled by this unique honor you are bestowing upon the memory of Anwar Sadat, the husband and father we love. If Sadat were still with us, he would tell you that he never pursued peace to earn honors such as this one. Fame and recognition were never his motivation, never his guiding star. To him, peace was not a political strategy to court approval or personal victory. To the contrary, my husband believed peace with Israel was his sacred duty, not only to God, but also to the people of Egypt and Israel and the whole world. For peace, Anwar Sadat gave his life. This is his legacy. You are honoring Anwar Sadat and reminding Americans of the vital role your country played in planting the seeds of peace in the Middle East. Again, I must express my deep appreciation for this distinguished medal and the great honor you are bestowing upon my father. And finally, I hope we could all live according to these words my father spoke on that day in the Knesset. They are true now as they were then. Quote, when the bells of peace ring, there will be no hands to beat the drums of war, unquote. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you again to everyone who attended today, and especially those who were able to make this event, this gold medal happen, including the Gold Medal Commission, as well as my staff and the staff of the Treasurer of the United States, Jovita Carranza, who's here with us, the Treasurer of the United States. And by gathering here today to remember President Sadat's commitment to peace and the ultimate price he paid for making peace, we are recommitting ourselves to further his quest for peace.